This is the way you can solve the problem of feeds on your farm if you're a farmer or if you're willing to start farming. What I found out that what beats us most is feeds, because without feeds you can never see the weight. If you're dealing with broilers, you can never see the weight of the chicken, and without feeds you can never see the eggs if you're dealing with layers. When I started farming, it was quite difficult for me because I used to buy the feeds every single week. Yeah, I had no store, I had no money to stock the feeds, but I used to buy weekly, and you find that this week the prices are low, next week they have increased the prices of feeds. So I kept on going, but it was difficult. If you're a farmer and you want to deal with poultry farming, you have to remember that stocking the feeds is the way to go if you want to reduce the prices, if you want to make profits and reduce the prices of feeds. Every day when you hear that the prices of feeds have dropped, you have to store the feeds. Right now, this is my brand new store. When I started, I had no store. I had to, if I could manage to stock, I could stock the feeds on the verandas of the house, even the shade of the house. And I have, and right there it is also my feed store. That is the first original store that I had before I constructed this one here. This is the brand new store, and these are feeds for the old chicken, the leftover feeds, and these are the feeds for the chicks. These chicks are 2,600, and the other feeds are for the chicken 2,500. So the leftovers, these feeds work for just one day. These are leftovers. I have fish in here. I want to show you the combination of feeds that we use. This is fish. It looks like this. This is fish. It is dry, you can see. And also I use the lime. This is limestone. It is calcium. And I also use the snail shells. I do have the snail shells. You can see the shells. These ones work better than lime, the shells. If you can get them, I do mix both of them. If I'm to mix like 100 kilogram of calcium, I use 50 of limestone and 50 of the snail shells, because we want the bones of the chicken to become strong. I also use sunflower. This is the sunflower. It looks like this. It helps to balance the fats of the chicken. So these feeds they do always change in the prices. So if you're a farmer and you are taking this as a business, you have to learn when and how you can solve the problem of feeds, when to stock the feeds, which period when the feeds of your chicken are dropping, you stock. The period when the feeds are increasing, you use the old stock. That is how you can play the game and earn money from poultry farming. It is quite easy, because if you take time and learn the lessons of poultry farming, you can easily find out that I can really make money from poultry. Even when the prices of feeds are really high, for me, I can use my old stock and make money. So that is how you can manage to solve the problem of feeds. And another thing, that what I found out, even these ingredients, that the protein content that we mix in the feeds, they increase and decrease in prices. Not only the maize brand, you can stock the maize brand for 3 to 4 months to stock just the maize brand. Especially, you have to buy the maize brand from the millers that do not mix a lot of water in the maize brand. If you attempt to buy such maize brand, at least try to sun dry the brand. before it goes bad. Within 2 days, you find the bags of maize bran are burning. They're burning. They're very, very hot. That is when you have to put the maize bran out in the sun and sun dry it. Then you can stock it, pack it in the bags and stock it. It can spend like 4 months. For the broken maize, you can use it, you can keep it for as long as you want, as long as you keep it in the form of broken maize, not the whole maize. It is very easy to keep it that way. But you can use maize bran for not more than, you can stock it for not more than 4 months. That is the main thing there. Stock, but it goes bad. If you stock the feeds when they're wet, they will go bad within 1 week. They have to be totally dry. Not even the maize itself, it has to be totally dry. Sometimes I do sun dry the maize bran, but I buy the maize when it is very, very dry, and I keep it in form of broken maize, not the whole maize, because it gets those insects that eats the nutrient. So when you keep it in the form of broken maize, they don't attempt to eat your maize. So try to restock the feeds. You can make it. This is a profitable business. It is a daily income. It's you to decide when to sell your eggs, or you can sell the eggs weekly, or you can decide to sell the eggs on a daily basis, because if you give them feeds, they lay every single day, and it is your choice to give your chicken feeds and they give you eggs. To solve also the problem of feeds, at least find how you can reduce the prices of the concentrates. If not only you can use 20%, but you can also use 5%. They work well. And mix your feeds with fish, because what I found out that if you use a concentrate alone, you find that most of the money goes to the feeds instead of getting the profits. And when it comes to the prices, when the feeds have increased the prices, you find that if you use a concentrate alone, you cannot make the profits. However, some of the people might make the profits when they're using other ingredients like fish, sunflower. There are many ingredients, but they make the feeds cheap. But if you decide to use little, you mix the lime, maize bran, broken maize, then the concentrate, you find that those are simple ingredients and they're a simple formula, but it is expensive. Try to find something that is very, very cheap, and find the feeds where they're sold cheaply. Don't just go near and buy your feeds from the nearby anywhere. Anyway, that is all I wanted to share with you. These are my chicks. I'm waiting for the eggs. They have grown, and yeah, if you want your chicken to lay, always give them the quality feeds. Actually, right now I'm mixing 100 by 100. What I mean, maize bran 100 kilogram, broken maize 100 kilograms. So I'm trying to minimize the consumption of feeds, and I found out that maize bran is right now at 1,000. It is 1,100, and broken maize is at 1,200, and the difference is just coins. And if you use only maize bran, they consume the feeds within few hours. If you mix the broken and maize bran, they consume the whole day. They consume the feeds, they take a whole day eating, meaning you're saving the feeds. So I mix 100 by 100 and I save the feeds. If you can do it, you save. Thank you so much. Let's meet.